Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode on Dreamscape Automotive. So, as you can probably tell, I'm in a bit of a location today. I'm at Knockhill Racing Circuit and I am inside the racing bus of John Balfour and his ex-British touring car, Ford Focus from back in 2009. I'm inside the bus because the wind out there is terrible and I need a location to film so that I can get a good intro for you guys. So, there you go. That's what we're filming today. So, ex-British touring car from 2009 and it is incredible. So, you're in for a treat today, I promise you that. Get a cup of tea, sit down and spend the day with me and John Balfour in the ex-British touring car from 2009. Let's go. Yeah, so I bet that intro was exciting, as exciting for you as it was for me. So remember, if you're enjoying everything on Dreamscape, the growth is happening. Please hit like, please hit subscribe. I have been fortunate enough somehow, after posting a video of this car online, John reached out to me by comment and then ended up, basically, now we're together and I'm doing a full feature on the car. So I'm really excited for that. So I'm going to let the rest of the videos that I'm going to do the talking. I'm going to first post some cinematic shots of the car. I'm then going to jump inside the car and go through all the full specs. I've got a full list that's been sent to me. So it's basically going to be an excellent feature today. There's the man there himself. I'm trying to point to him in the race suit, ready to rock and roll, so he does not mess about. I'm also standing underneath a stock car, classic mini stock car right above me, that has young laddie races as well. So full racing family, obviously. And the spec of this car is somewhere in the region of where we aspire to be in the future with our racing mini. So yeah, the wind's getting up, this bus is moving about. So basically, just going to let the car do all of the talking today. The next clips, as I said, are going to be cinematics, inside, outside, full spec. I've set up the GoPros in the car already. I've got two really unbelievable locations for the GoPros, front, rear. You're going to be able to see the sequential shift. So if you love the sound of a sequential shift on a race car, then stick with us for today. And another reminder before I finish this little clip, if you're enjoying this, hit like, hit subscribe. Let's go. Just getting a look from here, man. Look at that. I am inside the race bus. Inside the race bus. Look at, I'm surrounded by, whoa, nearly fell with the wind. Fuel, tyres, wheels, Gulf, tins. Look at all this stuff. This is so sick, man. Honestly, I hope my excitement's coming across on camera because I can't believe that I'm going to spend a day inside this car. This is probably one of the worst weather condition track days I've ever seen as well. This maybe beats the track day with the Mini a couple of weeks ago. If you haven't seen that video and you want to see us in the snow on Knockhill, go and have a look at that video. But yeah, cool, let's go. That's us, we are inside. Just going to adjust my mic so you can hear me. We are inside the ex-British touring car, Ford Focus of John Balfour, right? So as it's really windy outside, I'm going to take this opportunity to thank John and his wee laddie for being here today. They're at the track day and they've allowed me to come and get like an inside scoop of this car. Now, this is by far the highest spec race car that I have ever been anywhere near. and I am honoured to be able to sit here today and just be allowed in a car like this. Honestly, thank you so much to the owner. He's got a race bus, he's got a full setup. It's just incredible that after posting one video of this car online on the very first track day of 2025, John was able to find me, comment on the video, and now we're together on a track day. And it's just the power of social media. So I just wanted to take that opportunity as a massive thanks, right? I'm going to open my phone up here because the spec list of this car is that big that I have to go through it on my phone. I'm going to turn the camera around in a moment, but I'm going to read through it just now, right? So right now I am sitting in an ex-British touring car from 2009 Ford Focus, right? It is an ex-Iron Smith motor-based car built by Arena Motorsport, right? It raced from 2009 to 2013 in the British Touring Car Championship. It is still a full British touring car spec right now since it was raced, so John has kept it in this condition, which is incredible, right? I'm sitting in it right now and I'm surrounded by things that I wish my Mini looked like, but we'll get there, right? Let's go through everything, all the specs before I turn the camera around, right? So 2 litre, 16 valve Duratec turbo engine built and tuned by Mount Tune, so obviously a very reputable business there. It's got an X-Track 6-speed sequential gearbox with flat foot shifting, a Mount Tune inlet, a custom braided loom, an AP twin plate clutch, a custom TTV flywheel, obviously a multi-point roll cage as you can see right now. It is fully seam welded shell, carbon door infills, fully adjustable AP racing pedal box, braided lines front to rear, Olin suspension, custom subframes, fully rose jointed, custom anti-roll bars, AP racing brakes with floating discs as you would have seen in the cinematic shots, an ATL fuel tank bladder, a Simpson manifold, external wastegate, runs on 102 RON Gulf race fuel. It's got air jacks, but we'll get to see them in a little bit. The ground that the car's sitting on right now isn't suitable to use the air jacks, but once it comes back for the track, we'll get a little look at the air jacks. 17-inch wheels with Dunlop slicks. We're obviously on the wets for today, and a digital race dash in it, which I'm looking at right now, and it looks pretty good. So this car has been owned by John for 3 years now, and he bought it from MJ Racing. So this has been bought from like an actual racing team after it was finished racing, which is fantastic that it's been maintained in this condition. Everywhere that it goes, it turns heads. As soon as I seen it when I first got here to Knockhill that day, I wanted to know exactly what it was. I think there's a bit of refueling going on behind me there. But yeah, that's just like a summary of the spec. There is obviously a much more extensive spec list from 2009 when the car was built, but I think I've shared with you enough to know like what this is that we are dealing with here. So yeah, good summary there, and I think if everyone's interested in race cars, they're going to know what they're in for. So I'm just reading the rest of the message that John sent me right now. So this is one of 3 cars. His friend has chassis 1. Number 3 has been broken down and sold for parts, and this is chassis number 2. So that car, the cars would have been ran as 3 different cars back in the day with these teams in 2009. Much the same as what teams do nowadays. So yeah, I'm super impressed with all this, and I've probably only got like a quick summary of what this car actually is. So yeah, I'm going to turn the camera around, I'm going to get some cinematic shots inside the car right now so you can see the kind of equipment that we're dealing with in here. And then the intention is we'll spend more time inside the car today than we will out due to the weather. We're on wets and it's going to be fun on track, but nonetheless this video is going to be a belter because this is probably the most high spec race car that I've ever been near, as I've said. So let's get a look around the inside of the interior. So you can see there, so the steering column's been moved much further to the driver. So this has all been set up obviously for the driver right now. Wrap round head restraint bucket seats, watch this space, something might be coming for the Mini. Obviously this is the sequential here. We've got various different things here. I'm assuming this is a handbrake of some sort, but yeah, we've got the sequential here. We've got the digital dash here, so as you can see, full race dash, racing steering wheel. You've got all of the things that I'd expect, pit limiters and everything on the steering wheel. I'll get John to talk us through some of these buttons later. You can see there's a fire button over there, so that'll be for this fire suppression system. All of the buttons on the dash here, we'll just have a quick run through them. So pumps, res pumps, power steering, wipers, rain lights, engine, screen, blower, main light, start, indicators are over here, fog lights over here. So yeah, nothing like a real road car, and so far away from my track Mini, which actually when I sit in this, It's not really a track car, it's a road car that we're taking on the track. But yep, roll cage all round about is here. Fire suppression system underneath me here. Obviously all to do with, you know, making sure that everybody's aware and we can help ourselves if the car was ever to go on fire in a race series. And there, you can see the pedal box. Even this stuff here, like this has got the pedals coming out of the floor into a pedal box. A standard car would have the pedals coming from behind. So you can see that everything has been fully changed over. Even like the mirror is like a full race spec mirror. I'm just surrounded by stuff that is completely unusual to a road car. This has got like a footrest for the passenger. Quite a lot of race cars that I've been in the past, they don't really worry too much about the passenger, and you're just kind of sitting here, your feet kind of flailing around, hanging onto the roll cage for dear life. But this car has got a little bit of passenger in mind. I've still got a shite bag handle up here onto the roll cage, which is quality. 6-point harnesses, that would have been spec'd for the race series at the time. A lot of track day cars nowadays have just got 4-point harnesses, but obviously this has got 6 points because it's a full race car spec. So I'm going to be harnessed into this today, 6 points. So yeah, you can get a little look in the back there with the camera. Oh, there we go. Unbelievable. So I've covered all the specs. I've read it off the list that I was sent by the owner, so I'm really, really happy that he done that. So thank you. It's much easier to summarise when I've actually had it sent to me. And I think all that leaves really is to have some fun with this car. So the intro, done. Specs of the car, done. Little tour outside with cinematic shots, and inside we talk through inside the car. Kind of gives you a flavour of what it is that we're dealing with here. You know, this guy's pretty serious. I gets here this morning and he's unloading his car for the back of the bus, the race bus, as you would have seen. His wee laddie actually races. That's a stock car that they've got. So if you would have seen that in the video, there's a stock car in the top. They were racing last night, and they just, you know, they go around race events and they have their little home in the bus as well. Home away from home. So it's fantastic to see. John's running about with buckets of fuel and things like that behind me. So I'm going to let him go on with that. But yeah, I'm going to set up a good GoPro setup today. So I'm going to have a cage mount. I'm going to have a windscreen mount. I'm going to try and capture as good angles as I possibly can so that we can see the sequential shift and everything as well. But yeah, let's get the camera set up in here. John's back now, all registered and everything. So next thing is we'll be getting out on track. I will be coming back on camera to kind of talk through how the day's going. The first warm-up laps are going to be exactly that, warm-up laps, because tyres are cold, it's windy and it's wet. So yeah, but I'm glad to be here. So yeah, see you when we're out there on the track. I'm obviously in the A45 just now, so John is away for final driver's briefing. Whilst he's doing that, I'm going to get a wee drive around the paddock because there is some serious cars here and there's a few of the boys that I know, so let's see if I can get a few videos just so you can see what type of cars here, so that when we're on the track with the cameras in the focus, you can see what's around us. So M2 there, Belter, M4, the alarm's going off, so that's got pole positions and everything in it. I can see from here. Got a Clio there, nice Clio. There's a McLaren in the back of one of these race trailers, right? I'll get a look when I get round. Here's, oh, look at that. That's what you want to be, man. Racing Focus over there. I'll get round the back in a minute. We'll see them. I can see a big wing on something here. We've seen this car in the videos before. Nice. There's that beautiful Subaru that was here last week, 2 weeks ago. And there is Grant Butler, and his Fiesta is there, but here's his Transit that he's been doing online. Shouts to Grant. Oh, would you look at that? There's another A45. This guy's got balls today. Look at that wing on that Z4, man, love it. Right, let's get round the back. Few cars that we're used to seeing, the wind's coming this way now, so I'll need to be quick here. Fiestas that we're used to seeing there. That one there, lovely. Lots of stuff that we're used to seeing in the other videos from traction days. There we go, there's some of the cars that were on the trailers. There's Grant's Fiesta ST, fast forward. There's that crazy race bus that I seen a couple of weeks ago with the car way up in the top, look. There's one of the boys there. Right, a couple of really, really naughty BMWs here. There's the lad there, I was just saying, there's the RSV. He's going to run away from the camera. Oh, we've got water in the lens. See that McLaren there, man? That's like a full-blown, like a 570 GT4 race car or whatever, but serious business. So we'll hopefully see that when we're out in the track today. There's just cars getting dropped off left, right and centre here with trailers, so people are not scared to come to Knockhill on a wet day. So I'm going to spin back round to the Focus just now after a wee tour, and we'll get set up and ready to go. Sorry for this brief interruption, but this is the time to tell you that this video, when I recorded it and I got home to edit it, I ended up with over 1 hour and 10 minutes of footage of this day. So I didn't want to delete the footage and not show everyone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post 2 videos of this day. This video that you're seeing right now is going to be a little bit more edited. There's some clipping went on to show all the exciting bits on the track. But the next video that's coming out on Wednesday is going to be the full, raw, uncut version with no bits of track driving taken out. So if you're interested in watching us on the track for the whole time, then wait till Wednesday. But if you want just the short, exciting bits, then this is a video for you. And if you don't want to miss all of the action with the ex-British Touring Car Focus, please remember, pause the video, hit subscribe. There's going to be so much more coming in the video on Wednesday. As I said, it's going to be full, uncut. Thank you.
This is mad!
first run. The focus is there. I'm in the car because the wind is too bad to film outside. That was incredible. Obviously, I'm trying to like learn from these people, and you know, being that close to people, you would have seen the clip there of the white focus. Obviously, they know each other, so it's important that they respect each other, but they obviously know each other. So that kind of Robbins racing, he was like an inch, but he knows the car, he knows the capabilities of the car. Obviously, I'm not that close to people on the track, but wow, incredible. The sequential, the shifts, the visceral nature, like just everything in the car. It smells. Like, John can't even hear me. When he's trying to go slow in first gear, it doesn't want to go slow. It's just like the way it's built. Incredible. You can really tell that you're in a competition spec built car when you're in that thing. Mental. So again, special thanks to the owner and all the team for letting me in, but we're not finished. We'll be back out, so stay with me. Right, that's me. Just had a wee sit down and a chat with the team in the bus there. Excellent. Such a good community in that bus, by the way. We're going back out now, so weather's okay, so helmet's going back on and we'll be rolling in the car. So I'm actually like really enjoying the seating position in here. It's a lot further back and down than my car. You can see steering wheel, detachable steering wheel. That's what we're after. You want this battery pack? You got it? Yeah. There we go. Battery jumper pack. What have we got going on here? Where's this?
We've got a little race battery.
We've got a race battery.
Hello.
He's going on.
Make sure and just have fun, alright?
We'll have fun, we're going to be safe.
Yeah.
Always safe.
Yeah.
We'll be safer in here than you in that stock car.
Yeah.
We're not in a championship.
So just keep it safe, alright?
So only stay an inch away from people's bumpers, is that still alright? Back again for round 2. Red flag already. So we went to go back on, there's another red flag, but this happens all the time on the kind of wet track days. The last one we were at, there was like 7 or 8 red flags in the first session. So yeah, so we just need to sit here in the incredibly loud race car and wait till we can go on.
as you'll see for the clips, that was getting a bit mental out there. Robin's racing really close to other people, like fantastic. So John's given me a full experience today. If you just hear the noises coming off of that car, the sequential just making all the whining noises and everything, it's absolutely fantastic, man. I'm having such a good day. I'm going to need to take my helmet off. I'm going to get some flybys of the car, so when he next goes out, I'll go to the pit wall and I'll get some flybys just so I can get some outside shots. But wow, I'm absolutely blown away. Late braking into all the corners, like just, it's a different experience, man. Right, I'm at the pit straight trying to get some flybys. The weather's terrible, but I'm doing this because I want you to see this from outside. It is honestly mental when it flies by, but the sequential is so good. He was literally right on the pit wall there. He done that on purpose, man. So good. I'm going to try and get some videos for different bits, but the weather is getting the better of us. Simply too windy to be doing outside footage today, so I'm going to go back over and hopefully John will give me a wee demo with the air jacks in the car. I just don't want the video to be bad because of the wind and the mic, so we'll stick about inside the car. Right, that's us had a wee bite to eat. Thanks John and the team for a wee social sit down in the race bus, which I love. He's got the air jack box out now with the cans, the kind of air canisters, so I'm going to go and get a video of the air jacks because I think that's pretty cool, to be honest. That gives you an idea of how quick that would be, obviously, if the car was still competing in a competition, like how quickly they get it up, get the wets changed for dries or whatever. Fantastic bit of kit. I really do like them. I probably would never have them on the Mini, but they're pretty sick. I was going over the specs earlier, but you can see now under the bonnet. So the roll cage actually comes 4 times either side in here, which is amazing. And this intercooler here is like flat line up, so the air comes up underneath it. But just goes to show what's involved in these types of engines.
That goes in. This is the air jacks and that here as well.
So that's air jacks here?
Yeah.
So this is the fuel tank's under here?
Aye, this is the fuel tank. That's where you fill it from there, like.
Oh, so you just plug in there?
Aye.
So that's where the stock fuel tank is, and has it been replaced?
Aye, originally that's where the fuel tank was meant to be under there, like, but it's actually a fuel bag.
Ah. So we're going to go out for a final session. As I keep saying, it's terrible conditions for outside filming, so I'm not even going to bother anymore. I'm going to just get in the car and let the inside clips do the talking again. Last session out, get through the last of those tyres that are on the car, and then we can have a wrap up at the end. But honestly, I'm having a fantastic experience, and if it wasn't for people like John, we wouldn't be doing this. Obviously he's getting to show off his stuff, but he doesn't even care about showing off. He's just here anyway, so really this is a benefit to me. So yeah, again, thanks to everyone. It's really great to get these opportunities. Let's get back out for the final session of the day. So it's probably worth noting at this point, when we were heading out for the final session in the ex-British Touring car Ford Focus, that the wet tyres that John had on the car, they had suffered quite a lot of wear by this point. We were kind of managing like a wet
but then drying up ever so slightly and then getting wet again and then drying up again, track all day. So the wet tyres, they had a bit of a doing. At the end of this session, when we get back to the race bus, you're going to see exactly what happened to the tyres. But yeah, the car was not handling amazing in this session because the tyres were pretty worn. So you'll maybe see that coming across in the driving. But John was still sending it nonetheless. So the tyres, the wets are absolutely shredded. John's going to turn it round right now. So they are definitely done. He's going to turn the wheel. Let's have a look, see. Oh aye!
Oh my god!
So the canvas is sticking through, so those wets are well and truly done. But John was saying that it was a bit dry earlier when we were on the wets, so if you drive on the track hard in wets in the dry, it's going to shred them. So yeah, but aye, that's us. So just getting ready, get packed up and get away. Water on the lens again. That's us for today. Finished. So I just driving away, you'll see the bus and everything in the background there. I'm just going to get safely down the road. The weather started to get bad again, but I just want to extend a special thanks to John Balfour and the team there. He's got his family and friends there, and it just feels like such a good vibe. They let me in on everything today. I was in the race bus, and thank you so much for the hospitality. They really didn't need to do that, but it's just amazing when people let you come and see what they're all up to and let you into their circle. And sometimes for people that can be difficult, but in this instance, yeah, that's what happened. So special thanks. Obviously I don't need to talk anymore about the car. The car was fully, the spec was introduced at the beginning. You've seen all the clips. I hope you've enjoyed that. I tried to just let the car do the talking by putting the GoPros on as much as I could. Some pretty funny moments there with Robbins Racing when we were right up the back end of the white Focus and all that. Trying to do as much coverage on Knockhill as I can, because I believe that a lot of the cars and a lot of the builds and a lot of the time and effort that people put in, it really is worth covering on the YouTube channel. So again, final thanks to John, really good mate, and thank you so much for showing me a wee bit about driving as well. So I've learned quite a lot for my next track day. So if you enjoyed that video, please hit like, hit subscribe. It really helps us, and it lets me know that you're enjoying that type of content, because I believe that race cars is probably some of the best content you'll get. So safe journey home for me in these bad conditions in the A45, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching everything on Dreamscape.